For you to be able to get a business account, you have to register your business, right? The first thing I did was I registered my business in the US. Now there are two options: either you do a corporation or you do a LLC. So LLCs are usually like the best option to just go for. Hey beautiful people, how you guys doing? I trust you guys are keeping well. So today I'm going to be talking about how I started my business in the US. So if you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, or you're just, interested on how you can make money while you're back home in your home country, that means you're not in the US, but you want to be able to make money, or you open to your websites to be able to accept foreign currencies, or you want to register your business in the US so that you're able to open a US bank account, then this video is perfect for you, because I'm going to be telling you my personal story and journey on how I first started by receiving USD while I was back home in Nigeria, and then how I also proceeded to establishing my business here in the US. All right, guys, so first things first. Why do we need to register our business in the US? Well, what's the big deal? Why? So if you have a clientele base of people in different countries, your website might not be able to integrate, like you might find it difficult to integrate payments options like Stripe and the likes on your website, because you do not have like an international bank account like in the US bank account and things like that. So that's one of the major reasons why I considered it, and I had to find a solution when I was back home in Nigeria. For you to do that, you have to register your company. That means for you to be able to get a business account, you have to register your business, right? The first thing I did was I registered my business in the US. Now there are two options: either you do a corporation or you do a LLC. So LLCs are usually like the best option to just go for. The corporations are great, but the S corporation, I believe, is for US citizens, and the C corporation is for those who are, you can be a non-citizen and get the C corporation, but it's a bit more complex. So to keep it simple, I think the LLC is a better option to go for. So I went for the LLC, and then you have to also determine what state you want to incorporate your business. There are different states. I'm going to give a list of expensive states. There's some states that the taxing can be very outrageous, especially if you do not live in the US. States like California, there's so many other states. I will put a list on the screen for you to see some states that you should just run away from. Don't consider them because of the taxing. While there are some states that the annual taxes are very favorable: New Mexico, Wyoming, Nevada, Kentucky. There's so many states. I'm going to also put the list on the screen for you to see that those ones are way more favorable, especially for business owners, like Wyoming, Nevada, and there's one other state that is really great when it comes to businesses. So I'm going to put that also on the screen, just, for reference purposes. So I had to go through the list, and then I decided, that I was going to do the state of Kentucky. Because at the time my agents, that was the state that they used. Because after you register your business, like, you're going to need to have like a mailing address in the US, so that in case you get like tax filing and documentation and anything for your business, it goes to the mailing address. So your agent is the one who like gets all that information for you. What is the duration for registering your business in the US? The duration is about 3 weeks, because when you register your business, then you're issued an EIN. So the EIN stands for Employer Identification Number, which is like a social security for your business, really. So it's very important. It's something that you have to be able to run your business here in the US, or whether you're out of the US, your business has to have an EIN. After your EIN, you can now open a business bank account. So there are two ways to open a business bank account. It's either you travel to the US and then you show them your certificate of incorporation, and then they open your account for you. Or if you're in your home country, you can simply um, go to financial institutions like Mercury. That way, you can transact from anywhere in the world. So you can receive with Mercury, you're able to get an account with Stripe. Stripe is a great integration for on websites where you're able to receive payments in different currencies, especially USD. So yeah, so that's something to consider, and that's what I used, and it worked out well. I was able to receive payments on Stripe, and it just made the whole process seamless. And then moving to the US, it was very important that because we noticed that the Wix on our website was not working because when you're just in Nigeria, there's just so many limitations. Like the gateway, the integration, nothing just seems to connect. But when you're abroad, it's just better. Like when you have like a US bank account, when your business is registered abroad, you're able to receive money and you're also able to do so much more, you know. Because that way you're giving your clients options to be able to make payments to you. And that was my goal, to be able to create options for them where you're not restricted to one way to make payments. One thing that is great when you're able to receive payments in your business account is people can sell you the money, they can transfer it, you can make international, like if you have like suppliers abroad, you can easily use your international bank account to like make transfers and things like that. You can reach out to like business consulting companies who um, can help like warehouse your business. What that means is, just where you have Amazon fulfillment, where Amazon fulfills people's orders for them. You can have someone who fulfills your order for you. So that way you're able to reach out to your clients faster. So instead of sending all the way from Nigeria, you just ship all your products to the people, which is something I've been thinking about greatly, to help people where are able to warehouse their packages, and then we'll help them fulfill their orders. You have friends, family, you offer them percentages to be able to help you fulfill your orders. So if you have clients especially for me who came from Nigeria, I already had like international clients. So typically it would take about 5 to 7 working days to deliver via DHL or other courier services that we used at the time. But when I moved here, it was much easier because we were able to use courier companies like USPS, and in 2 days, max 3 days, they get their packages. So when people want to like um, refill on something, they don't think about, oh my God, there might be delays. What if it's out of stock? What if this? But when they know that they have like stock here and they can just like order and they get it as soon as possible, it just makes it easier. And of course, you make more money because they know they can get it here. It's easy to just place an order. It's like when you're in Lagos, for instance, and you want to place an order for a brand that is in Keja, or that is in Ikeja. You're like, okay, at least they are here in Ikeja, right? In Lagos, so it won't take more than 24 hours or 48 hours. But when the company is in another country, it's like the probability of going to another brand is so high because you're like, oh, I beg, but when you know that they're right there to send you your products, it's kind of encouraging. So that's something that you need to consider. And then it's something that you need to be prepared mentally, because having a business back home, balancing it out, it's a lot of work. So this is something that I had to do. You have to be mentally prepared because there is the time difference to consider. There is so much that you have to consider. So it's not hard. It just sounds like a lot of work, but it's possible, it's achievable. So if you put your heart to it, then it's something that you can for sure do. People that are doing it, they don't have two heads, right? They don't have two heads. So yes, guys, I hope you've been able to learn something. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I'll be excited to respond to them. And if you have any like suggestions, or if you want to see more types of videos, please let me know the kind of videos you want to see. If you have experience with business here in the US, because I'm still very new. I'm barely 6 months in business here, but we've been thriving. We're getting better. We're doing good. But I also to just take us on this journey together as a community so we can learn from one another. And that way we're able to strengthen each other. All right, guys, so take care of yourself. Bye.